I'm going to give you 3 things that will help you understand what channeling is and how you can tap into this deeper intuition within yourself that'll help guide you through some of the toughest moments in your life. I recently discovered channeling just a couple months ago. It was a book that was given to me by my grandfather. I started reading this book and was blown away by how many times I've actually been channeling. Before this, I thought channeling was something that just highly spiritual, specially selected people were able to do, and that is not the case. And I believe everybody has this deeper intuition within themselves. Most of us have cut ourselves off from it with this daily sort of modern lifestyle that we live. So the first thing here is channeling happens completely outside of ourselves. Even though I speak to the deeper part of your intuition, we have a subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is connected to a sort of collective consciousness. And above this collective consciousness, we have different realms where other guides who are, not human, could be light beings, could be people from our past, could even be people in other dimensions or other beings in other dimensions that have been able to establish a connection with us. Our body and our minds are specifically geared to serve as receivers and transmitters of this information. That being said, though, if we have things like Wi-Fi, radio waves, our diet, the way that we treat our bodies, the way we think about our life, could all really affect whether we're able to be open to receiving these signals or not. Many of us have oftentimes, like myself, really not given any sort of meaning to this deeper intuition that you may have felt in your life sometimes. That feeling in your heart, when we say, I feel I need to do this, where does the hand go? It usually goes to the heart. And that is where a lot of this connection happens, is not up through here, through the mind, but rather through the heart. But creating that mind-body connection and being open to the idea of channeling is the first step that I took that helped me open up to this. And I started immediately establishing connections with my higher guides. Now, there are things that you can do to help you channel better. Of course, recognizing you're a transmitter and receiver of this information is the first step. But there are also things that you might be doing that are closing you off to the ability to channel. I recently read a book called Power versus Force. And this guy talks about different levels of energy based on our emotional states and just states of being. Now, the lowest energy states involve fear, anger, and emotions like resentment towards other people and things in your life. Carrying these emotions with you can close you off from being a receiver of this information from higher realms and your higher guides. So, having daily practices like meditation, going for walks, different sorts of therapy out there that may help you clear up these negative emotions will help you open up to receiving information from your higher guides. In the channeling world, you'll hear people oftentimes speak to higher guides, getting help from other realms. What's often not talked about is lower guides, and guides that are much lower on the spectrum and may actually not even have your best interests in mind. Now, recognizing when you're speaking to a higher guide who's looking out for your best interest, nudging you in the right direction you need to go, and these lower guides is a skill that can be learned as well. Oftentimes, your higher guides will not speak to you in terms of certainty or things happening as a matter of fact. Usually, if you're hearing that voice in your head telling you must do something or you should do something, or the thing that the voice is telling you to do in your head is giving you thoughts of fear, avoidance, and resentment, like we were talking before, this is a guide from a much lower realm. And you must acknowledge that in that moment. One of the first things you could do, the easiest thing you could do, is acknowledge this guide is from a lower realm and tell them through your intuition, through your subconscious mind, that you no longer want to deal with this guide and you are requesting for your higher guide for help. These lower guides don't have our best interests in mind and could be conspiring against us for many different reasons. So with that being said, I hope these 3 tips were helpful for you in realizing what channeling is, that you have the ability, just like I, to be able to connect with this deeper part of ourselves and receive information outside of ourselves from higher realms and higher guides. Being able to connect with this, I think, will be immensely helpful for you in your life, as many of us are looking for guidance in these strange times. With that being said, friend, take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.